Okay, students, we are discussing constraint motion. In that, today I am going to give one more example. Okay, regarding constraint motion. Okay. So you take this problem. Two boxes A and B. A and B of masses small m and capital M, interconnected by an ideal rope and pulley, pulleys are held at rest as shown. When it is released, box B accelerating down. Find acceleration of the blocks. Find the acceleration of the boxes, that is A and B. Okay. So this is the given diagram. Here there is a pulley. A string is passed over the pulley. A box A is connected to it, and box A is connected to an ideal rope that is passed over an ideal pulley, and that in turn connected to another pulley. Okay, this is another pulley, and this is mobile pulley, and another box B is connected to that. So a box B is connected to that. This is a box B. That string is passed over this pulley and it is connected to here, to the fixed rope. So this is fixed. So this system is held at rest initially. Okay, this system is held at rest initially, and it is released. The box B begins to move down, accelerating down. Okay, if it is down, then its mass, let it be capital M. So it is more than its mass, small m. Okay, capital M, let it be greater than small m. So the mass M, the box B moves down. As a result, the box A moves up. Okay, so these accelerations we don't know. Let it be A1 and A2. Acceleration of A. This is, let it be acceleration of B. We want accelerations of A and B. Okay, so that is the problem. Find the acceleration of the blocks when it is released. Okay, released. So that is the problem. Okay, so here how many strings are there? only one string is there. That is passed over two pulleys, isn't it? So let T be the tension in the string. Since the string is ideal, the string tension is same on both sides. If string is ideal and the pulley is ideal, so let T be the tension in the string. Okay? So here the tension in the string is, since this is ideal pulley, it is T and T, it will become 2T. Okay? So the tension in A is T, tension acting on A. The force acting on A is T and the force acting on the B is 2T. So we have to say that the acceleration of A, we have to take acceleration of A is equal to twice the acceleration of B, because it is moving up. So the tension is a pulling force. So it pulls, T pulls up and this T pulls down. So the tension will act upwards and it is a pulling force acting on this. So it will pulls, this box pulls this pulley with a force 2T. This pulley pulls this one with a 2T from Newton's third law. Okay? So here internal force is tension and external force is gravitational force. Okay? Now from constraint equations, first you find the relation between accelerations of A and B. You first find the relation between accelerations of A and B by using constraint relations, because Newton's laws is not sufficient here to solve such a type of problems. Okay? So you have to use constraint equations. So from constraint equations solution. So from constraint equations, what is constraint equations? From virtual method, from virtual power method, I will write that is directly from virtual power. Power is F into V, or if you accelerate, F into, that is T into acceleration of A, and it is both are in the same direction, so you take it as positive, and here it is moving down, tension acting on it is up. So it is 2T and A are in opposite directions, so it is 2T into acceleration of B, that is acceleration of A, box A. Okay, this it should be 0. So this actually we have to write T into velocity of A minus 2T into velocity of B is equal to 0, because force into velocity becomes power. So if you differentiate this velocity, you will get acceleration. We can write like this or like this. You can write directly like this, because we need accelerations. So if you cancel this one, you will get acceleration of A is equal to twice the acceleration of B. So you call it as equation 1. So this is the first step. Then you apply Newton's laws. Then you draw FBD. So from FBD of A, box A. So what you will get, FBD of A is T is acting up, its weight mg, mass of A is m, mg down, this is small letter m, A, and it is moving up. So with acceleration of A. Okay? So from Newton's second law we have, so apply Newton's second law, we have what we have, T minus mg is equal to m into acceleration of A. You call it as equation 2. And you draw the FBD of B, box B. So what you will get, box B is moving down, which is having the mass capital M. Okay, which is moving down, so its weight acts vertically downwards, and this 2t is acting vertically up. Overall, this box moving down with an acceleration ab. So apply Newton's laws here. So what you will get, mg, since it is moving down, mg minus 2t, we have ma, mass of a, m into acceleration of b. Okay, this is equation 3. You solve these 3 equations, you will get accelerations of a and b. So solve equations 1, 2, 3. From 1 to 3 we get, see, here I want a. So instead of b, acceleration of b, I am writing acceleration of a by 2 in this equation. So from equation 2 we have we get acceleration of a and b. So that is what I am going to do. So this is the procedure I am going to do. Solve the equations 1, 2, 3, we will get acceleration of a and b. Okay, so instead of ab, I am writing acceleration of a by 2 because I want acceleration of a. So that is, so from 3 and 2, from 3 and 1 we have, see what we have, mg minus 2t is equal to m into acceleration of b. We will write acceleration of a by 2. Okay, you call it as equation 4. So you write equation 2 here, t minus mg is equal to small a into acceleration of a. This is equation 1. Now you solve these two. So you eliminate t. So I multiplied this equation with 2. Entire equation I multiplied with 2. So what you will get? 2 into this equation. So 2 into t, 2t, you add these two. So after addition, what you will get? Minus 2t plus 2t get cancelled. Here g you take it as common, capital M minus small m of g is equal to acceleration of a, you take it as common, here you will get small m plus capital M by 2. Okay, so I want acceleration of a. So you will get acceleration of a is equal to capital M minus small m of g by small m plus capital M by 2. So this is the answer for acceleration of a. Okay, then we want acceleration of b. So I want acceleration of b. So where I have to write, I will write here. Okay, so I will take this space. So I want acceleration of b. So what is acceleration of b? So you write here, acceleration of b is half of the acceleration of 2. You can write simply. So acceleration of b is equal to half of the acceleration of 2. So acceleration of b is, what is acceleration of a by 2? So you will write capital M minus small m of g by, you multiply with 2. 2 of small m minus small m plus capital M by 2. So this is the answer. Okay, if you want tension in this string, suppose if you want tension in this string, so you write here, use equation 2 or 3, substitute acceleration of a or b, you will get a tension in the string. Okay, clear? You take this. Okay, see here we did a mistake. What is that? I multiplied this equation with 2. So here I multiplied 2 into t, 2t get cancelled. This 2 is multiplied with this entire equation. So it is 2 into mg. So here you have to get 2 minus 2. So capital M minus 2m. Here you have to get 2m. And here you have to get 2 into small m. 2 into small m. So that is the mistake we did here. Okay. So here you will get 2m. Here you will get 2m. So capital M minus 2m. Okay. After simplifying that, you will get acceleration of A is equal to, after simplifying this, you take LCM, you will get 4m. You will bring to the numerator 2 into capital M minus 2m of g by here 2 into 2 4m plus capital M. So also we can write like this. So the same equation we can write like this. So acceleration of B is, this is wrong, acceleration of B is twice the half of this acceleration. So half of the acceleration means this 2 get cancelled. So m minus 2m of g by 4m plus capital M. So this is acceleration of B. This is the right answer. Okay, you take this. Next problem. So you take another problem. An insect crawls on the inner surface of hemispherical bowl. Hemispherical bowl of radius r. If coefficient of friction, if the coefficient of friction between the insect and the bowl is mu. Find the maximum height. To which the insect can crawl up. So that is the problem. Okay. What height it will rise. So there is a hemispherical bowl. This is hemispherical bowl. Okay. So radius is, let it be r. So let r be the radius of the hemispherical ball. Let it be smaller. Okay? Hemispherical ball. An insect crawls on the inner surface of hemispherical ball of radius r if mu is the coefficient of friction between. So insect starts from insect mass, let it be m. Insects are crawling on this inner surface of the ball. So it will crawling and falls down, So it tries to rise. If it what maximum height it will rise. So that height it will rise. Let it be, it will rises to a height h. Maximum height it will rise. Let it be h. We want this height. What height it will rise? Because at this instant it should be in an equilibrium position. Okay? So when insect is walking at this position, let it be h be the maximum height insect can crawl on the hemispherical ball. Solution. So let h be the maximum height insect can crawl. Let h be the maximum height insect can crawl in the ball. Okay? So when the insect is crawling, it pushes this with the legs back. As a result, it is moving up. So the frictional force will be acts upwards. Frictional force acting on the between the legs of the insect and the ball will be upwards. Suppose you are walking, you are pushing the land back. As a result, you are moving up. That means you are applying the force on the land back. That means the frictional force is forward direction. So if you are walking east, in the direction east, the frictional force is also towards east. So if the insect can crawling up, the direction of frictional force is also up. So what are the forces acting on this? So the normal reaction acts towards the center. So normal reaction, let it be n. Okay? So let n be the normal reaction. What is normal reaction? Force exerted by the ball on the insect, that is towards the center O. Okay? Let n be the normal reaction. Now, what are other forces acting on this? This weight is act mg downwards. Weight of the insect acts vertically downwards. Frictional force, normal reaction. These two should be under equilibrium. Let this angle, let it be theta. Okay? Angular displacement, let it be theta. So it will, this height. So you want this height. If this is, I assumed as h, this one is also h. So you take this one is the position B, this position is, let it be A. So this is A, this is B, let it be C. Okay, normal. So what is this OC distance? It is, before going to write this OC, what are the forces acting on the insect at position B? So the weight acts vertically downwards, the frictional force acts upwards. This weight mg is resolved into components. So this tangential component becomes, if this angle is theta, this is tangent to this, so it is 90. This is 90 minus theta, this is theta, and this is, what is this angle? So this is 90 minus theta, this angle is theta, and this one is 90 minus theta. You extend this one. Okay, so this is theta again. Okay, so its component is mg cos theta and its component is mg sin theta. Okay, so the frictional force should balance us with mg sin theta, and this normal reaction will becomes mg cos theta. So these are the forces acting under equilibrium. So under equilibrium, that is insect at the position B, so what happens, this n becomes mg cos theta, frictional force balances with mg sin theta. So what is f? F becomes mu n is equal to mg sin theta. What is n? Mu. What is n here? N is mg cos theta. So mg cos theta, that is mg sin theta. Okay, so this mg get cancelled. Mu is equal to tan theta. So you will get mu is equal to tan theta. Okay, so you call it as equation 1. So from the triangle, now see, from triangle, what is name of the triangle? OBC. Angle BOC is theta. This is 90. You apply this. What is this height? This is h. This is r. Then this OC becomes r minus h. Because OC is equal to OA minus AC. That is r minus h. And this is OB is r, radius of this hemispherical ball, OB. So what is cos theta here? I want cos theta. From the triangle OBC, what is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to r minus h by r. Okay, adjacent by hypotenuse. So that is, it will become 1 minus h by r. Okay, 1 minus h by r. So I want h. So you bring that cos that side. So it is h by r is 1 minus cos theta. Okay, I want h. So h is equal to, I will write here, h is equal to, I want h, r into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the answer. But cos theta is not given. So you have to convert in terms of mu. If tan theta is equal to mu, see, this is theta, tan theta is mu. So this is mu by 1, then this hypotenuse becomes square root of mu square plus 1. Tan theta is equal to mu. Tan theta means opposite side by adjacent side. So tan theta is equal to mu. Then this hypotenuse becomes square root of mu square plus 1. If tan theta is equal to mu, then what is cos theta in this triangle? So what is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse, 1 by square root of mu square minus 1. That is, I am going to write here. So h is equal to r of 1 minus, here it is h, r minus h, isn't it? Cos theta is equal to 1, r by r 1, that is minus h by r. Okay, so we bring this side, h by r is equal to 1 minus cos theta. Okay, that is r. What is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent, 1 by square root of mu square plus 1. So from this triangle, cos theta is equal to 1 by square root of mu square plus 1. since. Okay, you take this. So this is the answer. H is equal to r into 1 minus 1 by square root of mu square plus 1, where r is radius of the hemispherical bowl, mu is coefficient of friction between the insect and the bowl. You take this. So a horizontal velocity, next problem. A horizontal velocity u is equal to less than or equal to square root of 2gl is imports to a simple pendulum at its lowest point, then what height it will rise, that is the first question. Second question, is it complete vertical circle? C, what is its motion? D, what is tension in the string? Tension in the string. What is the tension in the string at maximum height? E, last one. What is velocity there? What is the velocity there? Velocity at that point. So these are the questions for this. So this is based on vertical circle. Okay, so as I explained, vertical circle, okay, so this is the simple pendulum. Let L be the length of the pendulum, then it will become radius of the circle. So a horizontal velocity is imported, u, its value is less than root 2g L. So what height it will rise? Is it a complete vertical circle? That is the question. So is it complete vertical circle? For that question, answer is no. So to complete vertical circle, it requires what? Velocity at the lowest point is root 5gl. So the answer for the question B, is it complete vertical circle, means, so if velocity less than critical velocity less than root 2gl, Bob cannot complete vertical circle VC. Okay, so to complete vertical circle, it requires, so to complete VC, its velocity u should be greater than or equal to root 5gl, that we already discussed it. Okay, so minimum should be root 5gl. So here it is less than root gl. So this is the answer for the question B. Okay, the body Bob cannot be complete the vertical circle. So for the answer B is over. What height it will rise? So I want height it will rise. So maximum height, apply v square minus v square is equal to 2as. Okay, v square, velocity at maximum height will become 0. So initial velocity u square 2, since it rises up, acceleration is minus z, let it be h. So this minus minus head get cancelled. You will get h is equal to u square by 2g. 2g. So what height it will rise? For that question, answer is what height it will rise? U square by 2g. So this is the answer for the question B. Okay. So if you take u is equal to, if u is equal to maximum value square root of 2g L, then what height it will rise? Then maximum height it will rise is, you substitute u square 2gl by 2g. So 2g get cancelled, you will get h is equal to L. That means it will rises up to here. So it will move up to here. Then it again falls down. Okay. So it will rise. If you import velocity less than root 2gl, maximum height it will rise is up to this horizontal position. Let it be A, it will reach us to the point B. Then it again falls down. So here the velocity is, you becomes 0, maximum height. Or if it is less than root 2gl, it will rises somewhere here. Okay. So if less than it here, it will make oscillations like this, to and fro oscillations. So this is the answer for B. What is its motion? So for answer C is its motion will be, it executes SHM. What is its motion? It executes SHM. That means if velocity is less than 2gl, the bob will make oscillations like this, to and fro oscillations. So it executes SHM if velocity is less than 2gl. Suppose it rises to certain height. Let it be, this is the angular position. Here, what is the tension in this string? Let it be T. So here the components are weight mg and its component, if this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. So here tension is T is equal to, this component becomes mg cos theta. So tangential acceleration is mg sin theta. So mg sin theta is a tangential acceleration. So it is retardated. So tension at the extreme position is mg cos theta. Okay. So what is its motion? Motion is execute SHM. What is the tension in this string? So answer for D is, tension in the string at extreme position is T is equal to mg cos theta. So this is the answer for the question D. At maximum height. What is the velocity at that point? So answer at that point, velocity is 0. This is answer for the question E. So this is the solution for the given questions. Okay. I want to conclude one more point here. Okay. So here you remember, tension is not equal to 0, but velocity is 0. So I want to conclude here few more points. The first point is, if u is equal to, u greater than or equal to root 5gl, what happens? Bob completes VC, vertical circle. So this is the point number 1. Point number 2, if u less than u value less than 2gl, root to 2gl less than u less than root 5gl, that means its value lies between square root of 2gl and 2gl. What you will get? Bob Bob cannot complete vertical circle. So what happens at this juncture? Velocity, tension in the string becomes 0. Tension becomes 0. So how high will it rise until its tension becomes 0, but velocity not equal to 0. So at that height, so body cannot complete vertical circle. It will rises to a height where tension in the string becomes 0, but velocity not equal to 0. So it will rise to a height. I gave that expression to you already. Okay. Point number 3. If u is equal to, if u less than root 2gl, less than or equal to 2gl, less than 2gl, what happens? Bob executes SHM. At extreme position, at extreme position, what happens? Tension becomes not equal to 0, velocity becomes 0. Okay, the tension in the string becomes 0, tension becomes mg cos theta at extreme position, as we proved here. Okay, but velocity becomes 0. So you might observe, if velocity less than root 2gl imported to the bob at the lowest point, it executes SHM at extreme position, tension not equal to 0, velocity becomes 0. You keep this point in mind. If velocity lies between square root of 2gl and root 5gl, it will rises to certain height where tension in the string becomes 0, but velocity not equal to 0. Okay. So these are the few points I want to conclude. You take this regarding vertical circle. Now you take one more example. A force F pushes the block weight 10 kg against a vertical wall as shown in the figure. Against a vertical wall as shown in the figure. Okay, and coefficient of friction between block and the wall is 0.5. Minimum value of F to start the upward motion of the block. Take G is equal to 10. Okay, so this is the problem. Here diagram is given. There is a wall, vertical wall. Okay, a block is there. Mass 10 kg block. Force is applied like this. Force is applied F at an angle 37 degrees. So this angle is 37 degrees. Coefficient of friction between mu is 0.5. So we want a minimum value of F so that the block starts up. Okay? See, the options are, I will give minimum value of F to start the block is A. A is 100 newtons, B is 500 newtons, C 500 by 3 newtons, D cannot be determined. So these are the options you have. Okay, how do you solve this one? Okay, see, this block is pushing against a wall. So you draw the FBD of this block. The force is applied in this direction. Okay, so this angle is with the horizontal, it is theta, that is 37 degrees. I will try to draw the FBD of this block. So what are the forces acting on this block? This is a wall. So you are applied a force F. So let it be F. So this F, you extend this one as x-axis and this one as y-axis. Okay. So what is the component of the force? You resolve this force. If this angle is theta, this one is also theta. Okay. So you resolve this one into F cos theta. F cos theta, this will become F sin theta. So what are other forces acting on the block? Weight of the block mg acts vertically downwards. And the friction between these two blocks, it is a self-adjusting force. Okay? If in order to move the block up, to start the upward motion, so the friction should be downward only. Okay? So if you want to press this block, if you want to move this block up, so if its tendency has moved up, the frictional force should be down. So the friction is a self-adjusting force. Its direction and magnitude both will changes with respect to applied force. So this friction is down. Now you check whether the F sin theta, if it is greater than F plus mg sin theta, then the block has a tendency to rise up. If F sin theta less than F plus mg, the block will remain at rest. Okay? So I want to check this F sin theta value. What is this F sin theta value? F is how much? F, we want F cos theta. Theta is 37. So normal reaction is here F only. How much force exerted by this wall on the block? Let it be N. This N balances with the F cos theta. So normal force, solution, normal reaction. What is normal reaction? Force applied by the wall on the block. That is N is equal to F cos theta. That is N is equal to F cos theta, cos 37. What is cos 37? It is 4 by 5. Cos 37 is 4 by 5. So what is F? Frictional force is mu N. So mu is 0.5 into N. N is 4F by 5. So this is 0.1. So 0.1 means 0.4 F. So the frictional force is 0.4 F. So in order to move the block up, so I will write here. So to move the block up, so this F sin theta should be greater than or equal to F plus mg. Okay, what is F sin theta? F sin theta, sin 37 should be greater than or equal to F 0.4 F plus mg. What is mass of the block? 10 kg. It is 10 kg, 10 into 10, 100 newtons. Okay. So this is 37. Sine 37 is 3 by 5. Should be greater than or equal to 0.4 F. 0.4 F. That is 4 by 10 plus 100. You bring this side. So this you subtract. This will become 2 by 5. So you bring this side. 3F by 5 minus 2F by 5. It will become F by 5. Should be greater than or equal to 100. So F should be greater than or equal to 500 newtons. So minimum value is 500 newtons. So this is the answer for this question. So minimum force required to move the slide the block up is 500 newtons. Okay, you take this.